The Noke School District is the largest school district in Minnesota, 42 schools, 38,000 students. It's a third-ring suburb wrapped around Minneapolis and St. Paul, a little north of Minneapolis. It's an area of kind of a composite of what the United States is made up of. It's about 1/4 of the students are students of color, 1/3 of the students are students in poverty. And people moved out here to either come in from the country or get out of the city. So they didn't necessarily move here to be close to diversity. They moved here to have a better life for themselves, have a little bigger home, a little piece of land, and they liked our good schools. And what we found out here in this area is struggles with racism, struggles with sexism. Well, everybody in Minnesota has had the human relations class. It was mandated by the state. And it was an in-your-face style. So people would come in and just rail on the audience about being racist, sexist, and it did not go well. And it really did not go well here. These were mostly white people here that thought they were doing the right thing, hardworking, blue-collar workers. That's what we have here. And they thought they were good family people and were doing what was right. And then you have people of color coming in and calling them, you know, any name you could think of, and that was part of the human relations course. And the state, in their wisdom at that time, thought that this would somehow bring us together. Well, it did not work. It split us apart and did damage in professional development. It did racial damage. It did, you know, sexism kind of damage to relationships. It was not a good project and not well thought through. So coming out of that, we still were out here with our poverty and our students of color in the 3 decades that I've been in this district have doubled each year. So, you know, I came in at about 6% students of color, then it went to 12%, now it sits at about 24%, the same with poverty. So we are in a rapidly changing, growing school district where diversity got to be more and more of an issue. And at some points, at particular high schools, we have 5 high schools, we had serious racial issues. At one of them, we had a group called the All-American Boys, just straight racism. More recently, we had a kind of a redneck row, a group of students at one of our high schools that made it difficult for other students to walk by without hearing a slur or some kind of a comment. And so that was the era that I came in, both in the superintendent's office and then as superintendent, was to say, what do we do now? What do we do that we can move not only the student body, but also in the role of superintendent, you're also trying to take a community from point A to point B with more culturally responsive in a positive way to a rapidly changing environment that scared people, made them worry, thought their property taxes were going to go down, didn't like what was happening to teaching and learning. All those kinds of things got to be a part of that. What we wanted was a person to say, come with me on this journey that I was on and have led through my life, really dedicated, you know, what Gary Howard has done is dedicated his life to this work, and take us from this point to this point, and we will make you a better place, and we will make you a better person by being respectful and honoring, and I would argue celebratory of our diverse community that we are rapidly becoming. And it's worked very, very well.